This is a Cablevision sports exclusive. The Physicians Health Services FCAC Game of the Week. High school football featuring the Ridgefield Tigers and the Warriors from Wilton High School. And hi again, everybody. Welcome to Wilton. I'm Mark Robbins, along with the legendary one, Lenny Gambino, and we've got an exciting FCAC game for you tonight. Lenny, we've got the unbeaten Ridgefield Tigers just traveling down Route 7 to take on their rivals, the Wilton Warriors. This should be a dandy.
It seems strange, Mark, when you talk about Ridgefield to be 1-0, but they got off to a great start. Again, Bassick, Tommy Fujitani, the veteran, his club happened to go up against New Canaan, a powerhouse. But this is a rival game, as you indicate, and we know, Mark, in rival games, anything goes.
And it's also homecoming. Keep that in mind for Wilton. But let's talk first about the visiting Tigers. A running attack, an option attack featuring quite a running back in Nick Regan.
Nick Regan last week, outstanding game. 2 touchdowns. He also had a little over 100 yards in rushing. He is very, very difficult to tackle up on the inside. That could be the job for Wilton. They're going to have to do that tonight.
And for the Wilton option attack, it's triggered by senior quarterback Dave Maxson, who is now healthy. Last year, he missed 5 games due to mono.
Well, they got off to a sluggish start. He didn't have a couple of his running backs. Gherkin was not in last week. Wyman was not in last week. But Maxson is capable of doing the job, and I look for him to have a good ball game tonight.
Now, we talk about these running attacks for both teams, and it's very particular in what they do. These guys have to be specific and really, what do you call it?
Well, Ed Caviello is not here, the 7-year veteran coach of Ridgefield. He's going into back surgery Monday. So interim Al Trumpert and also Tom Fujitani. When I talk to them, Mark, both of them use the word assignment, and the second word is football, assignment football. If they don't play their keys, it could be a long night for either team.
Well, I tell you what, Lenny and I are going to play our keys. We're going to be back with the opening kickoff right after this. All right, here we are back at Wilton High School, getting ready for the opening kickoff of our PHS FCAC Game of the Week. Wilton in the blue, kicking off to visiting Ridgefield. The Tigers will receive, and they're a twin tandem tailbacks or receivers back to take the kickoff from Wilton. Renz Funkhanel will be kicking off. For the Warriors, Wilton coming into this game, Lenny Gambino, 0-1 after losing to New Canaan. Ridgefield, an impressive victory over Bassick.
Very impressive as we are underway. It's a squibber, and the ball will be down right there at about the 30-yard line.
All right, so that's where Ridgefield will take over. A couple of running teams that you're going to be watching in this football game. The option prevalent in both attacks. Take a look at the Ridgefield offense. Nick Regan, a fine fullback with over 160 yards last week and a couple of scores against Bassick. Here's a look at the offensive line. Jason Mathias, Justin Redimer, a strong right tackle being looked at by the University of Connecticut. He's about 6'5" and 270. First play, again, out of the option. Little misdirection.
Yeah, that was Barton that time, and it's that they run that action up on the inside, the fullback, Regan. And actually, it's the wing sweep, and he comes around. Good blocking over on that right side of the line.
First down for Ridgefield, and we take a look at the Warrior defense. Greg Fieber, the defensive end. Wilton having some trouble last week stopping the New Canaan offensive attack. Sam Hinkston, one of the linebackers, will be keying on for Wilton in their defensive set. First and 10 for Ridgefield. And the give. And a gain of about 4 or 5 yards across the 45-yard line of Ridgefield.
Mark, that was Charcha once again playing out of the wingback spot over the left side. It was the same play that Barton had run, but they had blocked it to the outside, sealed down the outside. You're going to see him cut right up the middle. There's Charcha as he cuts it back up inside, as Wilton did seal that other side before he's brought down on a play by number 35 of Wilton, Justin Savarine.
Charcha able to slice through and split the pursuit from Wilton. So that brings up a second down and about 5 at the 47 of Ridgefield. No scores. We've just started the first quarter. This week's FCAC Game of the Week. And now the fullback. This is Regan up the middle. He's got the first down as he gets close to the Wilton 45.
Straight old power that time as the quarterback for the Ridgefield Tigers happened to be Pete Rossini, and that time he did hand off to the fullback, Regan. Regan pulls his way And he does pick up enough for the first down.
Rossini, the number 22, apparently a Doug Flutie fan, and Regan showing that power.
Yeah, he was basically stopped up at the line before he was able to bulldoze his way for the additional yardage.
1st and 10, Ridgefield on the move. First possession of the ball game for the Tigers. Here's the misdirection. Down inside the 40 and inside to about the 37, and it's Josh Barton.
Barton again running that wing sweep, but what Rossini does originally fakes off and sends that fullback Regan into the line. As we're going to take a look at it right now, there you see him. He's got good blocking, cuts it back to the left before he is finally brought down.
Everything seems to be keyed off the fullback in this offense, right?
Absolutely, out of the Delaware wing T. Got to play that fullback.
2nd and 3 at the 39. Rossini looking deep down the sideline. It is incomplete, looking for John Leary, the split end.
John Leary basically had beaten the cornerback on that position, but Rossini overthrew him.
Those two hooked up a week ago for an 11-yard touchdown pass in the 30-0 Ridgefield victory over Bassick out of Bridgeport.
That's why, Mark, both coaches, interim coach Al Trumpert and also Tommy Fujitani, the dean in Connecticut of coaches, say you have to play assignment football. They're going to run. All of a sudden they throw a pass.
3rd and 3 from the 39. And again, it's Regan up the middle. Good job of play faking by Rossini. Close to the first down, I believe, be about a half a yard or so short. So it'll bring up a 4th down for Ridgefield. Let's take a look at just how close he gets. Got to get to about the 37.
Excellent blocking straight ahead. And Regan's a bulldozer, going about 185, 190 pounds.
Ball at the 37.5. About a yard and a half to go. 4th down. And Ridgefield will go for it. Rossini again, the wing T look. This is Regan, hit at the line, but seems to spin forward. I think he fell ahead for the first down.
Mark, a good job that time by the defense. What they did was they're playing that odd 5-2. The two linebackers, Brian Fever and Hingston, they shifted over to the strong side where they have been running and did a good job of stopping Regan, but it is close enough for a measurement.
I think he may have fallen through. We're not at a perfect advantage point to be able to determine this, but from this angle, it looks like he got it. We'll have to see. Sticks come in. 8:54 to go. This is just the first quarter. We got a long way to go in our game of the week. And it is a first down for Ridgefield. The drive continues. Taking a look at the officials today, and we will hear from Bob Cloutier, who is mic'd, our referee on the field. Anytime there's a penalty or anytime Bob wants to speak, we'll let him.
Frank Fidelli will be the umpire, line judge Jason Anderson. Kim DeLeo, young lady here, the linesman, and also the back judge Bill Howard.
1st and 10. Rossini looking on the out to Leary. It goes through his hands slightly behind him.
John Wyman was on the coverage at that time, just a little out. But again, that's why we have to continue, Mark, to use the word assignment football. A lot of times those corners will be looking for the run. They've still got to play pass. They've got to stay with their man.
2nd and 10, Ridgefield at the Wilton 37. First drive of the ball game for the Tigers. A little bit of motion and the give to the motion man. And it's Charcha, and he breaks free, cutting down parallel to the line of scrimmage or the yard marker at the 20 and falls inside to about the 18. Ryan Charcha with a nice cutback move and picking up the first down, but there is a penalty flag at around the 20. Could be a face mask.
Charcha that time, they ran out of that Delaware wing. This time they came to the left side. They had run 3-4 times to the right side. And Charcha, basically, after he got through the interior line.
During the run, I got a face mask on the defense, half the distance, first down.
Half the distance to the goal line penalty and add 10 yards to the run by Charcha. First down and goal just inside the 10-yard line. Ridgefield with a terrific opportunity to jump on top. Rossini. We give it straight up the middle. Regan at the 1. Touchdown, Ridgefield.
Straight ahead that time to the fullback, and boy, I'll tell you, what a beautiful hole up on the front side. Rich Perry, Miles Ponderlick, and also John Zembron. And from there, Regan was able to get in. That's his 3rd touchdown of the season. Had 2 last week. Take a good look at it this time. Rossini, the quarterback, does hand off to Regan as he bulldozes his way, and he gets in for the touchdown.
The Ridgefield Tigers marching down the field, starting at their own 30-yard line, so it's a 70-yard march in a little less than 4 minutes. The point after is blocked. Coming flying through for Wilton is John Wyman. Came from the right side, so the point after no good. We'll take a quick break. First quarter, Ridgefield on top, 6-0.
Unrestrained animal magnetism.
Don't even think it. Oh, my God. Okay. Hi, everybody. Welcome to this hour of Ask the Veterinarian. I'm Dr. Jane Leon.
Ask the Veterinarian with Dr. Jane Leon. Fall in love with it on America's Health Network.
Rolling Stone says inside the actor's studio is that rare case of actors without scripts actually having something to say.
My brother Michael was convinced I was sniffing glue in the attic.
Who knew this?
And critics call it a class act.
Oh, I'd be happy to tell you about the Browns. Yeah.
And a television haven.
You just put your lips together and blow.
Don't just read what you're missing. Catch Inside the Actor's Studio every Sunday and Friday night, only on Bravo.
We'll take a look at it. You'll see Reagan, an outstanding blocking, holding on to that ball down to the 5, and he is tackled before he does get in there, but he's actually in the end zone for the touchdown and the 6-0 Ridgefield lead. Only 3:46 into the ball game.
2 passing attempts in the 70-yard drive for the Tigers, both incomplete. On the ground, Ridgefield moves straight north on Route 7. Could have kept right on going back into hometown.
And that team brought into the end zone was Matt Verastro.
So here's the kickoff now. Wilton will take possession for the first time in the ball game. Jared Hellman with it. He gets across the 35 to about the 37. Is that Gherkin? I believe it was Nick Gherkin. And it. Take a look at the Wilton offense. Speaking of Gherkin, he'll be in the backfield along with the quarterback, Maxon, Wyman, Gherkin, Jeffrey. There's the offensive line. Joe Browson, an outstanding right guard. Wyman, Fever, Schloss, Birch, and Wood. So here we go. Wilton's first opportunity after the Ridgefield touchdown. 6-0 Tigers leading the Warriors of Wilton. Dave Maxon, the senior quarterback. Hit in the backfield. Who came smoking through there? I think it was
Belagamba.
Dan Belagamba.
They didn't fool anybody that time as we take a glance at the Ridgefield defense. Mike Lee, Justin Redimer, Tim Holder, Jason Mathias, and Patrick Wood. That's that front side. Mike Murphy, and there you see number 42, Dan Belagamba, who just made that tackle. John Leary, Joe Cleary, Matt Petrozelli, and Ryan Charcha in the backfield. Defensive backs, rather.
2-yard loss on the play by Belagamba. 2nd and 12. And this is a little misdirection for Wilton.
Actually, it was leading the play was Gherkin, and it was Brent Simon, the ball carrier. They ran that counter.
Wyman, John Wyman, I think, gets this handoff.
Good plugging up the gaps up inside there by Ridgefield.
Both teams like to run their wing backs up off a little motion and run them up off between the tackles. Maxon on the roll, and he is hammered right about the line of scrimmage.
Mike
Lee, indeed, the left defensive end, reading the little rollout, and Maxon had no opportunity to get rid of the football.
On that lax sequence, they broke out of the double wing. As you see, Maxson, he's rolling out to his right, and Mike Lee just slanting right in to make the tackle to force the Warriors to punt.
Justin Severin will punt now for the Warriors on 4th down. The rush is coming a little bit from the outside, but the kick is away, and a fair catch is made by John Leary at the 36-yard line of Ridgefield. So the Tigers get a second opportunity. Pretty good field position, up 6-0.
Coach Tommy Fujitani is 30th year, and we can consider him now the dean in Connecticut since Jerry McDougal retired out of Trumbull last week. And Tommy's it's been like a 2-year odyssey over the last couple of years, Mark. Well, he's only won 3 ball games, but one game he won last year happened to be against Staples.
Yes.
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving Day, and ruined a perfect regular season for the Wreckers. Wrecked the whole thing for him. Nice to see he's back. Had the heart problem a couple of years ago, and he is back. And now the option and a little misdirection. The handoff by Rossini.
Sullivan, good job slanting in there from his defensive back spot as they ran that wing counter once again, this time to the left side.
Josh Barton, the ball carrier. He lost about 4 yards. Take a look at the Wilton defense.
You'll see Sullivan come right in there and make the tackle. Good job.
Yeah, I was kidding Coach Fujitani before the ball game. 30 years. I guess he was about 17 or 18 when he took the job. It's a student head coach, apparently. It's awfully young looking to have coached 30 years. I mean, that puts some age on you. Barton going the other way, and he busts up the middle off the right side. Picks up about 9 yards. Brings up a respectable 3rd down and 4 or so, maybe 5.
Under that wing counter, at that time, Barton has the option to go outside. He cut it back inside and picked up substantial yardage before he was finally brought down on the play by the linebacker, Sam Hingston.
Tough to key on Barton when he's moving from side to side. He'll play both wings, both slots, if you will. 3rd down now, and we've got motion. Again, another give.
That was Charcher that time. Again, on the running that wing counter, this time to the left side.
Ryan Charcher's going to be about 2 yards short. He is stopped at the 45-yard line. So Ridgefield on 4th and 2 looks to be bringing in the punt team.
Well, that's the smart move here, too. You don't want to get stopped at midfield and give the Warriors possession there. You want to pin them back.
Matt Sullivan and Nick Gherkin back to receive the punt. Good kick. This is Sullivan with it, trying to get to the outside, but he is dragged down. So Wilton will start with its second possession at its 26-yard line. 6-0 the score, 4 minutes, 3 seconds to go, first quarter. Hope you're enjoying our PHS FCAC Game of the Week.
On the coverage that time was Dan Bellagamba, as he was right on top of Sullivan. As the Warriors will start again deep in their own territory. They trail 6-0 midway through the first quarter.
Dave Maxson, the quarterback for the Wilton Warriors. Gherkin in motion. Maxson with a little pop pass to the outside, in and out of the hands of Michael Gerp. The junior split end had it about a yard or two off the line of scrimmage. They tried to turn and run with it and lost it.
I mean, that's just a 3-step drop and a quick throw out to the left side, and Gerpy's got to catch this ball. It's right there, and had he been able to hold on to the ball, do a little spin move on the cornerback there, John Leary, and could have picked up substantial yardage.
Isolated right there, one-on-one, and if he does make that move, it's a tie ball game. Instead, it's 2nd and 10, and this time they give up the middle to Brent Simon. Gets nothing at best, maybe even lost a half a yard.
Yeah, nothing doing there, Mark. Under that 5-2, that 5 front, 7 guys in the box, the 2 linebackers, going to be very difficult to run as they put those linebackers in the slant, as you see right there. as Simon, very, very little room, as Mike Lee came on, and also Pelagamba to help make the tackle.
3rd and 9.5, we'll call it. A passing situation for the Wilton offense. Maxson is a senior. He's a partial 3-year starter, and he will throw. Nope, he will pull it down and run. Thought about throwing. He had 2 wide receivers out to the left side. Couldn't get it off and lost 2 yards.
Nothing doing at that time. He did fake the Gherkin up on the inside before he was collared there by Patrick Wood, number 80, coming in. As you're going to see, he faked the ball up on the inside to try to drop back and pass, but then the charge came, and Wood right there on top of him. And once again, the Warriors will have to punt.
Justin Savarine in for his 2nd punt of the evening.
In fact, it's ironic, Mark, the long snapper for Wilton happens to be the quarterback, Maxson.
And he nearly has a snap too long. Karcha back. Penalty flag. Savarine was hit on the kick. The punt was not blocked. I believe we're going to have a roughing the kicker violation against Ridgefield.
That's exactly what it's going to be, Mark.
And on 4th and 12, going to be a big break for the Warriors. It's going to bring an automatic 1st down.
We have roughing the kicker on the defense, 15 yards, automatic 1st down.
Well, the Warriors will like that, Mark. They have been able to move the football, so they'll take the 1st down.
Biggest gain of the half of the quarter for the Warriors. 2:27 to go here, 1st quarter. 6-0 to score. Ridgefield with a touchdown drive of 70 yards to open the ball game. And now Wilton with its first down thanks to the roughing the kicker penalty. 1st and 10 at the 39. Maxson keeping it. Option met and hammered.
Mike Lee, the linebacker, coming in to make that tackle. Again, they faked up on the inside to Simon under that option, but nothing doing as Mike Lee stayed at home. Again, the Simon football staying right at home and able to make the tackle. You see in your picture there, our quarterback Dave Maxson. Faked up inside to Simon.
Lee's doing a good job of really making Maxson commit and not moving until he does. 2nd and 10. The Warriors in consistently 2nd and 3rd and long situations. Maxson. This time the give to the fullback. It's Simon. He'd get about 3. Close to the 45.
Good job that time by Pelagamba to come up and make the tackle. But some running room that time as the Tigers over pursued, as you're going to see. As that time they did not play the fullback, and Simon able to pick up about 4 or 5 yards.
4 yards indeed, Lenny's 3rd and 6 now for Wilton. We've talked about how Wilton likes to run the football. Tom Fujitani does have confidence in the senior Maxson to throw, but his receivers have not been doing a good job getting open. Maxson again. Quick little toss to Gherkin on the outside. Can't get around the left corner.
Outstanding pursuit that time by defensive back. That was Petrozelli right in on the coverage. It's a quick hitch out to the right side as Gherkin are going to try to get around the corner. You'll see Petrozelli there and also Leary to make the tackle. So again, back to a punting situation.
We've been here before, 3rd time now, 2nd in this drive that Justin Savarine will punt for the Warriors. Last time he was roughed up, penalty. This time no contact, good kick, low line drive. It's going to hit inside the 15 and roll dead.
Down about the 11-yard line, Mark. Outstanding punt, 40-plus yards. And that's what you want to do is pin them back deep. And let's see if that defense can hold them and they can get possession in decent territory. They haven't been in Tiger land yet.
13 seconds to go, 1st quarter, playing a little field position of the Wilton Warriors. And now Ridgefield in its 3rd possession with its worst field start of this game at its 11-yard line. Peter Rossini, the junior quarterback, 5'11", 160 pounds, number 22. It's got to be because he likes Doug Flutie. The give to Regan, up the middle. Nick Regan is loose. Corralled at about the 32-yard line. A 21-yard gain for Nick Regan.
Finally brought down by number 58, Dave Wyman. But that time they faked the counter up on the inside, ran the dive off to the left. Good blocking on that left side by Matthias Zemron and Peary, and also the tight end, Petrozelli.
Well, that's going to do it for the first quarter. We end on a big run by Ridgefield. The Tigers have the lead after the first quarter. It is Ridgefield 6 and Wilton nothing. Back with more action on Cablevision Sports.
I'm Ben Stein. I don't sing. However, I do enjoy fierce competition and the advancement of knowledge, both of which you'll find in abundance on my TV show.
Win Ben Stein's Money is a new game show for those who stayed awake in class. It pits contestants against Ben Stein, the first game show host with the guts to put his money on the line. Win Ben Stein's Money every Monday through Thursday at 7:30 and 11:30 p.m. at Comedy Central.
Watch Comedy Central on Cablevision.
Now, get more news for your money with the one evening news program that gives you more. More hard news and more information.
It's news with intelligence.
The Moneyline News Hour with Lou Dobbs. Weeknights, 6:30 Eastern, 5:30 Central on CNN and CNN FM.
Watch CNN on Cablevision.
Are you going to see that 20-yard gain here now as he dives off the left side? And now watch that bulldog run. He knocks over one defender, continues to go before he's finally brought down after that 21-yard gain.
Just a junior, 6 foot, about 205 pounds.
Man, he runs like he's about 235, 250.
He's got room to grow and room to run so far. Nick Regan up around 50 yards after the first quarter. First play, second quarter, first down for Ridgefield. A little bit of movement, motion, and again, look at the big hole for Nick Regan. 11 yards on that carry and a first down for Ridgefield.
Once again, they ran that straight fullback on that isolation up on the inside. And there was a big hole there as the three linebackers, they dropped the three linebackers that time, came up and sealed what we call the B and C gap, would be over the tackle and guard spots, but they left the middle open.
First and 10. Ridgefield at its 44. Rossini looking over things in the Wilton defense. A little movement, they'll whistle the play dead, penalty most likely on the offense. And of course, this game brought to you by Physicians Health Services.
The dead ball fall. False start. Offense. First down.
False start against Ridgefield, so it's a 5-yard penalty. First and 15 for the Tigers. Cablevision High School Game of the Week brought to you by Physicians Health Services, the health plan rated #1 in customer service and loyalty. Physicians Health Services has more doctors to choose from than any health plan in the tri-state. First and 15, Ridgefield. Barton coming around from his wingback spot, going left to right, getting back to the original line of scrimmage, maybe a half a yard more.
A good job, Mark, by that right side of the line. Pondelik and also Redimer. What the Warriors did that time, they went into what they call an odd shift. They took that nose guard and shaded him over toward the left side to the tight end. And Redimer and also Pondelik able to still bang out a hole there, as you see, as they picked up good yardage.
Second and 10. Back at the 44. This is where Ridgefield started a moment ago before the penalty. A little bit of motion, and now the fake. Rossini on the roll. Got a little protection, and he gets to the corner. Rossini into Wilton territory. Cracked down around the 40.
I have to say, Mark, I am very impressed with the Ridgefield Tigers running out of that Delaware wing tee. They run you inside. They run counter to the outside. Here they fake Regan up on the inside on the old bootleg. And you got Rossini picks up terrific yardage. You're going to see now. I think this was bootleg all the way. They had faced Regan. Now he gets good blocking up front there. He's going to be able to get around the corner before you're going to see a couple of Warriors come in. Number 22 of Verastro before they finally roll them out of bounds.
We're waiting for the officials to set the ball in play. Ridgefield and Wilton both at the line ready to get going. Another first down for the Tigers on the move at the Wilton, just inside the 40. Regan straight up the middle. And another first down as he picks up 11 once again.
Warriors in the right defense, but they are just being overpowered at this point right now. Those linebackers sitting in the gap, and Regan is just blowing them over.
Tom Fujitani said, Len, that when he looked at the video of his defense.
You see Regan, he knocks 2-3 defenders over before Mike Sullivan, number 15, comes up to make the tackle.
Tom Fujitani said last week he thought during the game he thought his defense was in trouble against New Canaan. Then when he looked at the video, he realized they were off just a bit. And it seems that way again. They're just getting beat to the point and getting blocked. The measurement here, I thought he fell well forward of the 30-yard line, but they're going to mark his knee down right at the 30. Looks like it's going to be 2.5 a yard.
They are in a position, Mark, to make the tackle, but Regan, since he is so strong at 205 pounds, and he goes about 6 feet tall, he's just knocking people over.
And, he's a fullback, but he's not out of that fullback spot where he's only 2 yards behind the line. He's 3-4 yards
about
back.
4 yards.
And he's getting a little more steam and a little more power by the time he hits the line. We've got a timeout on the field. We're going to keep it right here. 10:24 to go in the first half. It is 6-0 Ridgefield, but the Tigers, as we've been talking about, Lenny, have been moving up the field.
Last week, they had a tough time. Okay, New Canaan is one of the perennial powerhouses in the league this year again. They were down 21-0 at the half.